Welcome to the 2026 Esports Cal State Cup. This year's student voting game is Marvel Rivals. The 4th annual Esports Cal State Cup would not be possible without our amazing sponsors SHI, Shure, AWS, Lenovo, CDW, Question Pro, Milestone, and FlyQuest Thrive. This year's tournament was extra special with CSU Chancellor Dr. Mildred Garcia kicking it off with a speech that highlighted the value that esports brings to the whole CSU system.
I'm CSU Chancellor Mildred Garcia, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2026 Esports Cal State Cup. It is a system-wide event that engages people from across the CSU, including our alumni. And best of all, this event's broadcast is entirely student-led and run from the competitors to the producers, shoutcasters, and marketers. I am so impressed by the leadership, teamwork, and creativity that has gone into putting on this exciting event. Bravo to everyone involved, and best of luck to all the teams and competitors. And now, let's get this tournament started. Let the 2026 Esports Cal State Cup begin.
This year, we had 16 teams representing 14 campuses. This is the tournament bracket, and the first match that we will be watching is Cal State Los Angeles versus Cal State Northridge.
100%. Every small little second matters in competitive games. Fighting game or competitive shooters like this one.
Exactly.
We got another Moon Knight ult.
Moon Knight opens up with the ult.
Oh, the more ult.
Looks like they already got 3, 4 down, 5 down. Los Angeles, unfortunately, retaking quickly. It's simply a patience game. They did not. They knew that they only needed to win the one fight.
That was a really good pull by the Bucky, but they weren't able to follow up enough on it. And then
Exactly, the target priority unfortunately not there for that one.
They managed it.
And with that, Northridge beat Los Angeles 2-0. Looking at the other matches, Pomona, Long Beach Gold, Fresno, Fullerton, San Bernardino Blue, San Diego, and Sacramento also won their respective matches, moving them into the quarterfinals. The next match we will be watching is San Diego versus Sacramento.
Sac sitting at 4 ults, San Diego at 3 ults.
Yeah, that ult economy. Oh, there we go. We're seeing that.
Oh, Cloak and Dagger ult.
Dagger ult from Loki. It looks like a... Oh, there we get the Groot ult. The Namor ult. 2. Oh, trades.
Both Namor ults.
Wow, they are evenly matched.
But Sac State still holding that point.
Yep. And it seems like we get the true Cloak and Dagger ults now. Going in. Yep, Sac is holding steadfast. It looks like they might win this second fight too. There we go, we get Crytek.
If you were in San Diego's place, what would you try and do against Sac?
I think I would try getting the high ground. I feel like San Diego isn't really utilizing that high ground, utilizing those extra positions. Loki's able to is able to create those healing fields. Oh, but Sneaky's coming in with the 3K ult. Beautiful.
With that hella ult, yeah.
4. And that reclaims the point immediately.
San Diego gets the point. Can they funnel that?
Alright, now we're seeing Chef cooking up Storm with Emma. Gets his 1 mind control. He's going for the mind controls right now, combined with Jawi's mag ult. But it doesn't seem to work out. It's just a small sustain, but that is exactly what they need. And we are
with
seeing
the Luna ult.
An absolutely insane hold right now. This is the final stand that San Diego needs.
Sneaky with the Hella ult switch.
Oh yeah, Sneaky with Hella. That takes out Pickle. He's not a fan of Pickle. And absolutely cleaning it up. Maybe that Hella switch was what they needed after all. High damage, high range.
I'm opening a portal.
After 2 very close games, San Diego State was able to come out on top to now face Cal State Fullerton in the best of 5 semifinals. On the other side of the bracket, Cal State Long Beach Gold, who are our reigning Cal State Cup champions, and Cal Poly Pomona also moved to the semifinals, setting up a best of 5 rivalry series, which is what we will be watching.
Even if this round is let go, I'm sure Long Beach can hopefully make an adaptive change to be able to come back. But Squeegee Meister is down
Takes
for the
out
cloak vault.
The Eternal
cloak
Bond
top.
doesn't last forever as we have the Meteor land on them and the Cloak and Dagger now putting out the real ultimate as the thing looks to push them off. Overtime already pushed off and they just need to hold them off the point. So much damage going through. One player still on the side, on the point, taking him out. 3 players still here aligned. They're just holding out for a little bit. Damage being done. So much pressure. Hawkeye doing as much damage as he can. Still one on point, doing everything he can as they get taken out. The first round goes the way of Pomona.
They have Loki, so he could provide runes. They have Cloak, who can provide Fade, maybe, or even maybe like some sort of bubble, just extra support against that Magneto.
You gotta build up these ults quickly. It's only 15 seconds left as we have the Cloak and Dagger ult being used by this Loki, the God of Mischief, able to get it through. 10 seconds left as Long Beach needs to push onto this point. No ultimates left on site. They have the Loki. They could steal something.
Squeegee Mouse honestly in a little bit of a dangerous spot, ends up ulting their walk up.
And it's going to be unresponded.
Beautiful.
And they're pushing further as they lock in their first map point. Long Beach with that team fight, able to push the players off and put the first point on the board.
Look at him go.
Look at him.
The war cries. The Venom symbiote skin is beautiful.
As the ultimates are going to be used. 6 ultimates used already, up to 9. And it's a massive fight here on our screen. Damage is going all the way across. Milky Moo able to get his ult. Eye of Agamotto being used. Invisible Wand, the team fight is going through. The fights for Pomona, able to get through. 3 players still alive on Long Beach. They need to hold it out. They need this team fight to stay within. As 1 player goes down, 3 players still here. They're in overtime. They need to hold on to this point. As Trade Force very low on HP, unable to get that pick. 1 player still alive on the side of Long Beach, but it is all done on this point, and they need a rush if they want to stay in this game, and it is all over. Pomona takes down the reigning champions and dethrones Long Beach.
What a competitive series with Cal Poly Pomona advancing to the grand finals. Standing in their way from the championship is San Diego State. It all comes down to one last best of 5 series, one last showdown to crown the 2026 Esports Cal State Cup champions.
Yeah, one thing that Mag does miss out is having any escape utility. He really only has that bubble, but if you're isolated from your team, that bubble gets popped pretty quick. And Cloak absolutely popped Gucci. You can see right now that there is an invisible ult, but it seems like Jolly wants to hold off on his ult and maybe use it for a more critical time.
I would assume that he may be saving it for Cloak Cloud, being that would be the most direct to combat, either that or even Gambit, depending on where they think that ult is tracking and lying. Yeah, see, he's using it for the Hela, able to take out the Invis for it, and looks like as soon as Flash gets knocked out, they may be able to cap this point for 3.
Yeah,
Good
and
work,
that is going to be overtime.
Which, to that, I would love to thank and support all the viewers that we have still in chat watching this finals, as it may or may not come to a close. Hopefully San Diego can hold it down, and they have 7 seconds. If they can win this fight, this point becomes quite more winnable in terms of the attack for San Diego.
Yeah, but we do see that San Diego wants to fight to the last breath because it is overtime. This is the last push possible that they can do, but we are seeing an Emma ult. Chef is cooking right now, starting to make a play, but it doesn't really help with much other than that sustain. Now that San Diego is beginning to have some stagger, we are seeing the ult battles, and this looks like it might be the final straw once these both invisible ults come down.
Given that this distracted payload, Willie was actually quite in danger when he stepped out of his ult, but luckily no one noticed him, and instead though, oh, Clo Cloud looking for the off angle on height, but then it gets pulled down. This is looking quite winnable for San Diego right now.
Yeah, and that's exactly what San Diego did. They just won that point.
Isn't that a beautiful smile?
Oh, it is gorgeous.
Dentists love to see it coming. Look at the pearly whites. What a great way to start off this last match with pure joy. It looks... They're going under and they're not realizing it. They're not realizing they need to back. Your hell is about to get jumped. Your Invis is able to get back in time, but you had to expend runes to be able to sustain this, and they still have such that length of a lane to have to get back, or they use the walls on point as cover.
Yeah, and right now, it's looking pretty bad because of how late that reaction was, and that is a crazy play. Let's see if there's any form of recovery available for San Diego right now. And no, it doesn't seem like it. It seems like they might just die on point.
I like this percentage how it's looking though. Maybe if someone switched to, it looks like Willie had tried to switch to Strange, maybe to TP back in time. He needs to hit that click and someone needs to jump through in timely. Going on the supports, looking for the supports. Chef, jump through. I hope their other supports don't just instantly jump through, but with how small that point is, it may be necessary. You can't use that portal as much of a window given... Yep, especially that portal play in terms of making sure, trying to prevent them from getting through.
Yeah, and it's looking like although there is space created, it's just not enough. They're put in a bad position, put in the center of the point, and you have so many off angles and so many like main angles that you can be taken on from, and it's just not an ideal matchup.
A beautiful attempt by San Diego in terms of the TP play, but instead, unfortunately, it did not prevail. With that, on the brighter side, we do get to congratulate Pomona for their win.
And just like that, Cal Poly Pomona are officially our 2026 Esports Cal State Cup champions. Through sheer grit, tactical creativity, and legendary teamwork, Cal Poly Pomona climbed their way through the bracket to claim the tournament victory. A massive thank you to every single team that competed and represented their campus. To celebrate their victory, we went to Cal Poly Pomona's campus where we had a nice lunch and presented the champions the perpetual plaque, trophy, and their well-earned prizes. Thank you so much to Cal Poly Pomona for the hospitality. I also want to give a huge shout out to CSU Dominguez Hills and their elite production crew for hosting the live stream. Of course, this wouldn't be possible without our amazing sponsors supporting and providing the incredible prizing for our champions. If you want to stay locked into the action, make sure you're following our socials at Esports Cal State across all social media platforms. Lastly, a giant thank you to every single one of you who tuned into the broadcast and brought the hype. You helped shatter records and make this year's Cal State Cup the biggest one yet, with an insane 30% increase in viewership. Thank you for watching the 2026 Esports Cal State Cup recap, and we'll see you next year.